Tonight's game, live from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, the Pittsburgh Maulers play the Philadelphia Stars, who have set a USFL record of 11 consecutive wins. Their overall record, 13-1. They have not yet clinched the Atlantic Division, but they have clinched a playoff berth spot. And right behind them, hoping for a playoff berth spot after the loss yesterday, is New Jersey.
What do you call? He calls tails. He calls tails. It's a tail. You win the toss. The ball. They're going to receive. Which way? Stand up here.
Right. The call was made by Correll, and Pittsburgh has won the toss and will receive. We told you the referee's Bill Parkinson. David Foley, former Buffalo Bill linesman, is the umpire tonight. Hayden Terry, the head linesman. The line judge is Lawrence Hill. Don Gassaway is the back judge. The side judge is Grover Clemmer. And Wesley Ward is the field judge. And kicking off, of course, will be David Trout. And deep will be William Miller, the man that Paul talked about. And why not? Miller last week got better than 100 yards when Pittsburgh defeated Washington for the second time this year. And he has got some speed in getting to the line of scrimmage. Johnny Durden goes back there with him. There's Miller, number 22. Johnny Durden, number 33. And you also see, or rather I should say 89, 33 is Mickey Sutton, a strong safety.
I finally realized why the games don't get off at the right time. They're always a minute or two late getting off, Jim, because most teams they send out as their captains 5 or 6 guys, and by the time they get through shaking each other's hands and getting the old high fives and all that stuff, it takes about 2.5 minutes.
Here's little David Trout with a big 100 points, kicking the ball to kick off. And Miller can fly. He was a former CFL Rookie of the Year. He is standing on the goal line, and this game on Monday night is underway. Good kick by Trout, and Miller's deep in the end zone, and he's going to stay right there. So they come out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Tom Rosance, number 14, will be your quarterback. Glenn Carano, remember, is out with elbow problems. The former Dallas Cowboy quarterback. Mike Rozier will start first time in 3 weeks, number 30. Walter Holman, your fullback, number 32. He had a good game last weekend. Greg Anderson, 80. Jackie Flowers, a real threat, 84, your wide receivers. Al Kimachik is your tight end tonight. Number 85 is Mark Rao, is out with rib injuries. Don Maggs, Dan Dubiago are the tackles. On Corbin, Donnie Hickman has been moved to guard, and Scott Burris is your center. Anderson goes wide to the left, and Flowers flanks inside him. Flowers coming right toward you. And there's Rozier trying to get outside. He's in trouble already. Back at the 15, trying to get out near the 20. Does not, knock down at the 18-yard line, a loss of 2. With Jonathan Sutton putting him down, number 26. Defensively now, it is Buddy Moore, 91. Pete Kugler, 67. Willie Worsborough, 76, the front 3. John Bunning, 59. Glenn Howard, 51. A very special case, number 54, Sam Mills. We'll talk more about him. George Cooper, 56. And Jonathan Sutton, 26. Garcia Lane, 47, the corners. Antonio Gibson, 23. Mike Lush, 27. Your safeties. And Rozier is welcome back with almost a 2-yard loss. 2nd down. James Taylor is now in wide to the left. Rookie out of Central Florida. Wide receiver. There's the fake to Rozier. Rosance with his first pass of the night. And intended for Kimachik, and it's broken up. Broken up by Sam Mills, and why not? Sam Mills has 74 tackles, 95 assists, 4 sacks, 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions, and watch this.
Jim, an outstanding linebacker. Sam Mills, not too big, but he'll hit you. Take a look. First of all, you've got 2 people in the same area. Kimachik, the ball hits him in the hands. Sam Mills is there. But you can't have 2 people in the same area and expect to do anything.
Look what he's done. All of the tackles and assists under Sam Mills, plus the sacks, fumbles. We put George Cooper up there because he's second to him, and you can see how far behind he is. It is 3rd down and 12, 3 wide receivers. Rosance, not under any pressure, being chased now, gets the ball away, and that's not going to be enough for the first down. That's Jane Holdit. That's Greg Anderson, number 80, that's in there. And he made the catch, but it's shy of the first down. And so now, Larry Swider, one of the 2 good kickers in tonight's game. The other, of course, is Landetta of Philadelphia. Swider with a better than 41-yard average, coming in to punt the ball away with Garcia Lane deep. There's Lane. Started all 3 of his varsity years at Ohio State, a rookie. Standing back inside his 30. What wind there is behind Swider. So if he gets it high, he may get the benefit of the wind. Driving Lane back to about the 20. Hit there. Now in real trouble. Gets down to about the 22. Johnny Durden was the first man down the field to make the stop. And so now we change offenses. And on comes a leading passer in the league, Chuck Fusina, hitting at almost 65% of his passes, 28 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Kelvin Bryant, number 44, one running back. He should hit the 1,000-yard mark tonight. David Riley, the fullback, number 35. Scott Fitzke, who had 3 touchdowns against Pittsburgh the last time they faced each other, number 81. Woody Connor, 86. Steve Folsom, a tight end, is the leading pass catcher. Brad Oates, Herb Eatman, the tackles. George Gilbert, Chuck Comiskey, the guards, and Bart Oates at center. Fusina on first down. Has time, throws it to Riley as fullback. And Riley picks up 7 or 8 yards across the 25-yard line before he's tackled there by Doug Holly, number 99. Sam Clancy is starting tonight. We did not expect that, number 77, because he's got ankle problems at left end. David Graham, 97. Troy Thomas, 90. Doug Holly just made the tackle, 99. The front 4. Ron Crosby, 54. Ernest Adams, 50. Ron Freeman, 56. In for Mike McKibben, who is out with a calf injury. Mark Harper and Jerry Holmes, the corners. Mickey Sutton and Jesse Johnson, the safeties.
38.
Second down 2. Kelvin Bryant, first time tonight, rolls off 1 tackler, and he's hit there by Ron Crosby and company. Mark Harper also in on the tackle, and we'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like they're going to spot it, Paul, just shy or maybe just on the mark to give him a first down. May require measurement.
Jim, we talked about Sam Mills on defense for Philadelphia. Also, we're going to take a look at David Riley, the fullback, number 35. An amazing statistic. Here's a young man. There was a first down picked up on a play, but here's a young man that's playing fullback, and he has almost 3 times as many yards receiving than he does rushing. He's only rushed for a little over 150 yards, and that's, to me, that's amazing for a fullback.
David Riley out of West Virginia, second-year man. Scott Fitzke is way out here, and the good Jerry Holmes is on him, backing off in about 10 yards. And here's Kelvin Bryant leaping over a couple of folks, but Ernest Adams, number 50, puts him down, the middle linebacker. After a gain of 3, second down 7 from the 36. No score. Early first quarter. We're live from Philadelphia.
All right, take a look at the top side of your screen. There's Comiskey. He's pulling out. He's the guard. And now he's coming into the hole, blocking on number 93, Ike Griffin. And you've got the size of this offensive line is absolutely scary.
And Clancy has gone out. Hardy has gone to the left side, and Griffin is on the right side. And here's Fusina back on 2nd and 7. Being pressured, gets the ball away to Kelvin Bryant, who gets a couple of yards near the 40-yard line. And that is about all. Again, Ernest Adams, the middle linebacker, number 50, is down at the bottom of the pile, and it's third down.
Well, if Fusina's going to get forced out of the pocket, he fakes to Kelvin Bryant. But I want you to take a look at the end of this play. Look at the people around Kelvin. There are 3 people there, 2 linebackers and a corner man. All right, here's Eatman and Comiskey. You take a look at, and the reason we show you this side of the line, and we'll tell you about it in a minute. Comiskey is number 69, Eatman 75. There's just no place for the defensive people to get off the line of scrimmage. But Jim Moore, we'll get back to that for this play, Jim.
Well, they're not even using Sam Clancy on a passing situation there on second down, so he must really be hurting. But there's a ball thrown across to Herbert Harris, number 84. A wide receiver out of Lamar. And he's got the first down.
Well, I talked to Jim Moore, you know, you and I sat in with him on Sunday, and I said to Jim, I said, you know, you talk about right-handed teams, so which is the tight end and the quarterback being right-handed, they like to run right. He said, that's it. We're going to run right. Everybody knows we're going to run right, but we run at Comiskey and Eatman, and that's our game plan. And if we're going to run that way, it's going to be 85 to 90% of the time.
Well, a fellow down the ABC booth, Paul Horning, used to do that for Lombardi. If you got it all together, why not?
That's right.
Shove it right down their throats. First down on the 46-yard line. Fusina again throwing on first down. Oh, look over here. Woody caught it all by himself. He was upended by Mark Harper and finally contained by Skutak. A reserve, now playing first string linebacker out of Auburn, signed as a free agent. Ball is on the 42-yard line. Another first down. They took this ball, remember, inside their own 25-yard line and have had no trouble in picking up first down.
And Alice Rainsberger said, don't make excuses for our team. And I said, I'm not, but I got to ask you, the injuries. She said it's been overwhelming, especially with an expansion team and you have people are playing that have not played all year long.
They don't have the second leading sacker in the league, and they don't have their leading tackler in there tonight. Bryant trying to make something happen. Ernest Adams makes the stop as he gets to the 40-yard line of Pittsburgh. We've got no score. 8:25 to go. The Maulers had the ball for 3 downs, lost 2 yards, had to kick it away. And the Stars have taken it inside the 25 and just moved right down now to the Mauler 40.
One thing with Kelvin Bryant is going to maybe have a problem tonight running the football. You'll find out later on, depending on how they wear down the Maulers off defensive line. But the Maulers, we know they're going to play up close with the linebackers and the 4-down linemen and try to contain the run as much as possible. And if they're going to have to go one-on-one on the outside and give up the pass.
There's Alvin Harmon, who just came into the ball game, and he's got the first down. Harmon out of Cincinnati, second leading carrier behind Bryant, and they'll alternate them. And when the Stars usually get ahead, Harmon plays a lot.
This is a quick draw, and Fusina goes right back, and Harmon sits up, and look at the hole in the line of scrimmage. I mean, the blocking is there, Jim. That's the difference in this team and Pittsburgh. And again, we're not making excuses. We're just telling you that here's a team that they are so strong. Philadelphia, very few injuries during the course of the year on this team. One guy that comes to mind, Kelvin Bryant, was out for a few games. But this team is so solid, and the reason they're number 1, and they probably are the best team in the league right now, is because of their depth.
First down from the 32. Bryant is back in. Fitzke was the man in motion. And Fusina was looking to Fitzke, couldn't find him because he was covered. Now Fusina with a good running average himself steps out of bounds at about the 20, well, let's see, they're going to put down at the 26-yard line. That's a pickup of 6. And Fusina's been averaging about 6 yards per carry.
Jim, I hope we see this because Kelvin Bryant comes back on Ike Griffin when he sees Fusina in trouble. Now the rush is on. That man, 93, is Ike Griffin. He's going to the outside, but he's going to come chasing Chuck Fusina. Now, we're not looking at 50 Adams. We're going to take a watch. Look right here. Watch him disappear. Here comes Kelvin Bryant. Tremendous block.
Ball on the 26-yard line, second down and 4. And they're using a lot off the clock in this first period. No score yet. There's Kelvin Bryant. Whoops, down he goes, and we'd like to see who is under there. Is that Ernest Adams under there along with Archie Reese? Because someone submarined that play. We'll repeat again. Sam Clancy is standing along the sidelines. Looked like David Graham might have been the man who submarined him, number 97. In any event, Kelvin Bryant, who's a cinch for his 1,000 yards tonight. You've seen as a cinch for his 3,000 yards throwing tonight. Third down and a couple. Here's where the Maulers, if they're going to stay in the ball game, really have to rise up and do something in a hurry. Rodenberger is in along with Bryant and Riley. Whoops, did they take too much time? Nope, not on the clock. It shows 6 seconds left.
False start. Number 68 in the offense.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, there is no 68. Might be 69 on the offense. But in any event, it's a false start, and instead of third and a couple, now they've got 3rd and 8. Fusina has gone over the 3,000 mark tonight with his 4 for 4 passing so far and 30 yards.
All right, now we go to the nickel defense.
Did you see what Denver did yesterday? 5 linebackers, 6 defensive backs trying to stop Mike Kelly. Not a down lineman.
Well, Mike Kelly only passed for 217 yards. They
yeah, but Fowler ran for 207 yards. Third down and 8 to go. Here's Fusina needing 8 for the first down. Going for more than that, and the catch is made by Scott Fitzke. On him was Harper, but Fitzke, who had 177 yards and 3 touchdowns against Pittsburgh in the first meeting, hauls in this first down pass.
All right, Fitzke catches it, and it's one of Fusina's favorite targets, but look at the time he has to throw. The offensive line just pushed the defensive line, Jim, all the way to the left, opened up the lane, sees Fitzke coming across. Mark Harper can't stay with him.
Ball on a 13-yard line. In their last couple of games, Philadelphia's beat Michigan 31-13, Jacksonville 45-12, Los Angeles only 18-14, Birmingham 43-11, New Orleans 35-0. This is a football team, and that is Fitzke in motion, and here comes Kelvin Bryant with Riley out front of him and trying to swing it out. Do a pretty good job, and a flag goes down. Harper and Mickey Sutton make the stop with a flag on the play, and it'll be against the Stars.
Holding.
And that'll be 10 big ones and make it first down and 20. Beautiful night in Philadelphia. And the Stars are the talk of the USFL. 11 consecutive wins. Remember, they went against Michigan in the championship game last year and lost by a couple of points. And Michigan is just struggling this year, winning in overtime on Friday.
Holding. Number 89 on the offense. First down.
Michigan is 8-7, and we get them next Saturday evening here on ESPN when they go against Oakland, which has won its last 6 in a row. Jim Moore, no coach, no matter 11 in a row or not, is happy with that. The fact he get called for holding. Tom Donovan is in as a wide receiver, but that's Kelvin Bryant carrying the ball, and he gets 5 or 6 of those yards back. Griffin down the bottom, number 93. Ike, the second-year man out of Michigan State. Kelvin Bryant missed some games this year. Talk about your injuries. He was out for a couple of games, but they just kept rolling along.
Yeah, they did go rolling along. Alan Harvin did a great job for him. One thing about Philadelphia that you have to admire, you know, it was 1st and 10, then it's 1st and 20. They do not try to get all 20 of it at one shot. They'll take the 6 or 7 on 3 plays and get their first down.
Alan Harvin is a lone setback now. Fusina, Harvin's a safety valve to the right. Fusina looking for room to run. Fusina gets the ball away to his Tom Donovan, his wide receiver. That is not nearly enough for the first down. Gets the ball down to about the 17, inside the 17-yard line. They've got to get it inside the 4 to get the first down.
Chuck Fusina, and he does a great job here of scrambling. Now, there's no one open downfield. Give credit to the Pittsburgh Maulers defensive secondary. But what happens now, when he's in trouble, now the receivers start coming back to him. Tom Donovan catches the ball, but he's tackled by Jerry Holmes. They picked up another 2 yards. They didn't lose the yardage they could have.
3rd down and 13. Pittsburgh in this first quarter with 4:37 to go has had the ball for 3 plays and a punt only. And now Fusina says we want timeout. Came up to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down and long yardage, 13 to go, and calls timeout. 4:37 to go. It's all Philadelphia, but on the scoreboard it says no score. 9 minutes they have had. As we told you, these well over 3,000 yards by now, but they've had the ball for more than 9 minutes. Harvin and Riley are your setbacks. And Bryant is also in there. Fusina's got all the time in the world, hasn't he? To the end zone, and unable to catch the ball to Scott Fitzke. And with him was Mark Harper. Well, now the Maulers can call this a victory. 4th and 13 after the way the Stars moved the ball all the way from their own 22-yard line to a first down at the 13. Now they're going to have to go for the field goal with David Trout, who had 9 straight field goals. That scheme was broken late in the ball game against Michigan last week. But he is 19 for 29. He's been hot lately, and this will be a distance of 33 yards. Reardon's a hole. Trout with 100 points thus far. Led the league in scoring last year. 33 yards out. Trout has it. And this drive lasting more than 9 minutes is over. Culminated with a 33-yard field goal. Philadelphia leads by 3. Well, it's going to be taken by Miller. It's going to go out of the end zone. No one's going to get that. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. And now Tom Rosance will try to do better with his ball club. Remember, the only play that he got off was Rozier running the ball, and Mike never even got back to the line of scrimmage. Rozier comes back. He has been bothered with ankle problems. Well, he's been bothered with a lot of problems since the end of the season in Miami in the Orange Bowl. Never been completely well since. Well, they've taken timeout, so will we. It's 3-0 Philadelphia first quarter. Ball is on the 30-yard line, or check that, 20-yard line, 1st and 10. As Jackie Flowers comes wide to the right and Greg Anderson goes to the left. Ira Albright is your fullback now, the former nose tackle and defensive tackle. Playing fullback. Mike Rozier does not follow Albright. Albright went off to the left side. Rozier cut behind him and picked up 4 yards out to the 24-yard line before Gibson, the strong safety, made the stop.
Here comes Ira Albright. He's going out on George Cooper. Now, here's a former nose tackle, defensive player. Look at this. He got down with Cooper. Look at the job he does. He moves Cooper back to the outside. That's a good block by the fullback for a defensive man, for any man.
2nd down and 6. Paul and I saw Ira carry the ball for the first time as a pro. Went 9 yards and took so many hits he came wobbling off the field. Only carried twice. He's not in there now. Holman has come in. Fake to Rozier. Roseanne still has the ball. Brings it out here. Nice catch by Holman. And there's the first down of the night for the Pittsburgh Maulers. Run out of bounds by Antonio Gibson. Roseanne completes the pass to Walter Holman, the fullback, his 15th catch of the year. And put the ball out at the 35, make it the 36-yard line. 3 minutes, 36 seconds to go. First quarter, we're in Philadelphia. It's 3-0 on the 33-yard field goal by Trout. Albright comes back in. I don't think I need to tell you that. When you see that 260-pound man in the backfield, you know he's back.
He takes up most of the screen.
Here's Rozier running into Albright, but picking up 2 or 3 yards. Sam Mills came over for another statistic, another tackle.
Yeah, but also Albright ran into John Bunning, number 59. Watch him just stop right at the line of scrimmage. When that happens, that's Bunning taking Albright back into the ball carrier, and there's just no place for Mike Rozier to run. That's a great play by Bunning.
11-year veteran with the Philadelphia Eagles. We are in the last 3 minutes of the first quarter. Anderson to the left. Flowers, they haven't thrown to him yet, to the right. There's Rozier. He's got a little space, and that's all he needs. And he picks up about 5 out to the 43-yard line. And Howard, the linebacker, Glenn Howard, makes the stop along with Mike Lush, the free safety. Mike Rozier was such a great career. He's had one 100-yard game in his career. Got 137 yards against Denver, but they don't like to talk about that because at the half it was Pittsburgh 21, Denver nothing. At the end of the game it was Denver 31, Pittsburgh 21. Joe Lukens has come in, and he's been bothered with a hip problem. Not expected to see much action tonight, but we see him at right guard, whereas Sam Lancey, well, they played 3 downs last week. May have played only a down tonight before they took him out. That ankle is still bothering him. Tom Roseanne on 3rd down and 3 wants some timeout. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Philadelphia leads by 3. Here in motion. And they give it to Holman, who's going nowhere. Going nowhere. George Cooper. Flag down. George Cooper, the outside linebacker, number 56, stopped him in his tracks. But a flag went down.
George Cooper on the stop for the Stars. Penalty marker on the play.
Bill Parkinson trying to sort it out. And it's going to be against the Maulers, so you would assume that Swider's going to come on and kick the ball away.
Illegal formation on the offense is declined. 4th down.
It is doubtful if Swider will throw here, but we saw him throw against the Generals when they were in the Generals' territory in the first quarter a couple weeks ago. And he's thrown out of punt formation yet another time. But you may not see it here. Swider, a good kicker.
He's looking over at the bench, and don't be surprised, you know, with their record, Pittsburgh, they're not going anywhere.
Garcia's deep. And Garcia Lane says, I want a fair catch on this. Inside the 20-yard line. At about the 18-yard line. 2:09 to go. Philadelphia, which had a drive of better than 9 minutes, has the ball back again, leading from the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Philadelphia. Fusina handing the ball to Kelvin Bryant. Bryant struggles, still on his feet, and finally is put down by number 54, Ron Crosby, who got a lot of help on the way through the line of scrimmage, including by Ike Griffin and Archie Reese. A gain of about 4.5 to 5. Let's call it 2nd and 5, Paul. Time running down here in the last minute and a half of the first quarter. Just what we expected. The Stars have dominated the game.
And going to 2 tight end offense down here.
Yep, they've got Folsom and Dunnick, both in there. And this is Bryant. Bryant finds a little hole there and is very close to a first down. Ernest Adams, number 50, and you can see 29, Jesse Johnson, the free safety, in on the stop.
Isn't it surprising? We talk about the Philadelphia Stars and they run 90% of the time right. The last 2 plays they've run left. Yeah,
right.
Sure, why not?
I tell you what, we may send word out to our friends in Oklahoma and football fans everywhere. Doug Williams was scheduled to have that knee operated on today. He is through for the season. We wish him well. This got too much for him. Rodenberger and Bryant are your set loose. And Bryant's got the first down. Almost bent in half, but he's got the first down.
Jim, I just saw going into the Pittsburgh Mauler locker room, Johnny Dearden, wide receiver, limping off the field. Now the question is whether he'll be able to come back, and they just can't afford to lose anyone.
Well, they're losing a lot of folks is what they've done. That's the first down for the Stars, and they may not get another. They're not going to get another play away in this the first quarter. They're starting to walk toward the sidelines now. Now Irv Eatman is called back into the huddle as though they may try to get one away. Eaton was already down to the other end of the field. And they will get another play away. Bucina. Look at Bryant all by himself at the 50. Jerry Holmes puts him out of bounds inside the 30 as the quarter ends. Calvin Bryant, nobody picked him up coming out of the backfield. All the way inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this is definitely not Jerry Holmes' man, but watch what happens. Calvin's going to move in right behind the wide receiver, and I think that's Collier, and the linebacker's supposed to pick up the back coming out of the backfield with help of the safety. That's Jerry Holmes, number 47, that's in there helping out. He is not supposed to have Calvin Bryant.
39-yard pickup, and Ron Freeman in for the injured Mike McKibben. Of the Maulers, they lead 3-0 as we start the second quarter. And here's Bucina faking to Harvin. Now sees an opening up the middle, slides and goes down as he picks up 6 or 7 yards. Ike Griffin was the man nearest to him, but Bucina took the big slide. In that first quarter, Pittsburgh had the ball for less than 3.5 minutes.
That's true. And watch Chuck Bucina, Jim. And you can't do offense with that. But watch Chuck Bucina. He is smart enough. He knows when to get down. He picked up his 5 yards, hit the dirt. Ike Griffin is there. And you don't try to hurt anybody now. Look at, well, there's the stats. 32 total yards. And again, you cannot move the ball unless you have the ball. With only 3 minutes and 29 seconds in the first quarter for Pittsburgh, you can't do much.
Herbert Harris has already caught a pass, is in the lineup, but that is Calvin Bryant. Continue that leg motion and gets down near the first down. They'll mark it outside the 20. They got to get the ball across the 19-yard line. And it's third down and very short. Third and about 2. Ron Crosby led the tacklers.
Well, Calvin Bryant sets up to Ron Crosby. The whistle is being blown, and he's got him by the legs. And I know the feeling, Ron. He's going to hold on because Calvin Bryant can keep going and going and going. He's going to make sure the whistle is blown. He's down.
Rodenberger comes in. Jeff is a second-year man out of the University of Maryland, used primarily as a blocker. And so they have 3 backs in there on this short yardage situation. Riley, Rodenberger, and you would expect Bryant to get it. Bryant has carried the ball 8 times for 25 yards. He'll try again. And looks like they got it. Inside the 19 is what he had to do, and he's certainly there. And again, you can see Ron Crosby there, along with Ernest Adams, getting up now. And it's a first down.
Calvin Bryant has now gone over 1,000 yards. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, Jim, you know, the amazing thing about Calvin Bryant is because we talked about David Riley, number 35, the fullback, who's only gained 189 yards, I believe, so far this season rushing, and he's played in all the games. Everybody keys on Calvin Bryant, just like they do Herschel Walker and Mike Rozier and all the other good backs, and he still gained over 1,000 yards.
League's MVP last year. Bucina into the end zone and overthrows everybody in the end zone. Scott Fitzke back there giving Mark Harper fits, but he was double covered as Jesse Johnson also came over, and it's second down 10. Chuck Bucina, see him in street clothes with his glasses on, and you can have a contest. Find me the pro quarterback in this stadium, and he'd walk by Chuck 8 or 10 times. But he is an athlete and can throw the football.
It was, I got to tell you something, folks, it is funny because you see him in the uniform all the time and you barely see they're in their street clothes. Well, Chuck Bucina...
You're not going to tell the story on me, are you?
Yeah, he's got his glasses on. I'm interviewing Chuck Bucina. I came up to the booth and Jim Simpson said, "Who was that guy? Is he a PR guy?" I said, "No, that's Chuck Bucina."
He looked like he was a man who went to get the coffee.
I know.
Second down 10. Oh, for the first time he's sacked. Get that man right there. Ike Griffin has got a sack. That's the first time that the offensive line has broken down. There was no blitz at all.
And I think Ike Griffin ran over Brad Oates, number 70.
I think he ran over him. He steamrolled him.
Well, we'll just see now. Where's old Ike?
To your left there, would be.
Here he comes, and it is Brad Oates, number 70. He just goes right through. He wants to get to the quarterback, and there's also face mask right there, and the official standing there.
Brad, I'm sure you know, his brother Bart is the offensive center, and they have a third football playing brother. Now it is third down and long, about 15. Stars looking for a big play. They haven't had a scoring goal by himself there, and he's got the ball out of bounds. Collier is no good. It's fourth down. Juggled the ball out of bounds. Willie couldn't hold on to it. And again, the Stars have been stopped by the Maulers and will go to the field goal situation.
All right, Willie Collier. Actually, he doesn't have his man beat. That's Mickey Sutton down at number 33. He doesn't have his beat. Collier is to the outside. Good play by the defense. Good call by the official. Another field goal.
And now Trout with 103. 3 points tonight. We'll try a 40-yarder with Reardon holding. Maulers have done a good job, but they needed some offense. 40 yards out. He's got it. Trout continues along his way. 12:03 to go in the first half. We're live from Philadelphia. Philadelphia leads by 6. Trout to kick off. Another booming kick. Miller has another chance to return one tonight, but will take this chance. He's got some speed, and he only gets up to about the 15-yard line. But that is an offensive play, and they try to make something happen. Losing 5 yards, George Jamison made the stop. And now Rosance will come on.
Nose tackle, fullback, Ira Albright, 31. Watch him on McCants, Jim, and that's also holding when you grab him by the jersey. But this is a new dance. He's going to stay with him. Look at McCants. McCants say, well, wait a minute now. Do I want to fight with him? No.
That looked like sumo wrestling right there, where they're trying to get you and throw you down.
Well, McCants is not stupid either. He took a look at Ira and said, wait a minute. I don't weigh 260. Let's talk.
Ira Albright is in there. Rozier is your tailback. They got a man open, and that's Anderson. Anderson, first down out near the 30-yard line. Garcia Lane put him down, but Greg Anderson went down there, squared up, and just waited for the ball to be delivered. First down.
All right, Jim. Rosance, what he's trying to do is run a lot of play action to freeze those linebackers and the defensive linemen so he can get some time to throw the football. That he did. Then he sees Anderson downfield. That's Garcia Lane, number 47, covering. Anderson was wide open. You've got to run the play action passes to hold that defensive line from that charge.
11 minutes to go in the half. Albright leading the way for Rozier, and that's his best run of the night. Mike Rozier picks up 8 yards across the 35 before Mills and Bunning put him down.
Mike Rozier is following behind Ira Albright. Ira Albright is coming towards the line of scrimmage, Jim. First of all, it should have been motion, but here comes Albright. He's blocking on the outside against George Cooper. Does a good job, and Rozier picks up 7 yards.
Young Trout on the sidelines with his 6 points tonight. He's got 106. That ties him for the lead in scoring with Fritz of Houston, and we've got almost 3/4 of a game to go. Rozier's carried 5 times for 17 yards. Second and short, all not going anywhere at all. Fine play. Get that man getting up off the bottom. That is Buddy Moore, a third-year veteran out of Eastern Kentucky. And it'll be third down and 1.5 yards.
Now here's where Philadelphia, they go to 5 defensive linemen.
Wonder if they would give it to Ira. I would doubt it, but I'm just wondering. You know he's there to block, but he has carried the ball. Nope. Gonna have him blocked. Here's Rozier, and he's got it. Mike Rozier cut back inside the block of Ira Albright. Split a couple of defenders, including Don Fielder, who should get the credit for the tackle, and gets out to the 42.
I give George Cooper the guts of going after Ira Albright. Because Ira does get a good block. You can see it in the backfield. And then Rozier cuts back, sees the first down. Sam Mills is there at 54, but Rozier still picks up the first down. Nice running.
9 minutes left in the half. Philadelphia's had 2 long drives, settled for field goals on each occasion. Oh, he's got Anderson, who fell down, went down, had a 7 or 8 yard gain, turned around to get the easy pass, as they did on first down before. Only this time he tripped over his own feet and fell down. 2nd and 10.
Jim, I think what happened when a play like that, it's a timing play, and I think Greg Anderson, when he went out, he went just a little bit too far downfield. He went about 8 yards, and it's a 5-yard little hitch. And he went 3 yards because of, I'll give the credit to the quarterback, where Roseanne threw the ball was 5 yards instead of the 8.
2nd down and 10. Roseanne's had 4 years experience in the Canadian Football League. Under pressure there, has a man open, and Flowers makes the good catch at the 45-yard line of Philadelphia. And Jonathan Sutton put him down, but Flowers has his first catch of the night.
Oh, they had the safety blitz on Antonio Gibson. Number 23 is going to come flying in there, and Roseanne saw Jackie Flowers breaking it off on a timing pattern. There's Antonio Gibson going in. This pass is right on target. Nice play.
And the Maulers have moved into Philadelphia territory. Flowers goes out to the right. Greg Anderson comes to the left. Roseanne sits open all night long to Anderson out here, and he picks up another 6 or 7 yards. Cooper and Lane knock him out, but Anderson comes off that line of scrimmage, and Garcia Lane's playing so far off him, he can go 5 yards, turn around, it's right there.
And you'll see a time when Garcia Lane is going to start to come up, and you're going to see Greg Anderson just take that little hitch and then take off upfield on a streak pattern, and Roseanne has got some time now.
2nd down and short. Remember the first game these two played, it was 6-3 Philadelphia at the half. It is 6-0 now with 8 minutes to go to the half. And here's Rozier behind Albright, looking for running room, and close to the first down. Dragged back by Glenn Howard, number 51. And they're going to mark it as 3rd down and less than a yard to go.
You know, it's tough duty for the outside linebackers. You got Bunning on one side and George Cooper on the other side. And when you see Ira Albright coming at you, now Cooper, what he was doing, he was trying to cut Albright at the knees and knock him down and hope the defense would force. That time Bunning tried to string it out until the defense got there to give him some help. It worked. It stopped him for the first down.
The Maulers have lost 7 of their last 8. They're almost 3 touchdown underdogs, and they're taking it to them at the moment. Here's Rozier. Oh, see you later, Sam Mills. Puts him down. It's 4th down, and now do you go for it?
You have nothing to lose. Take a look at Sam Mills. You want to see a hit, folks, and how to play in a football position? Watch how square he is. Now he's got the leverage. He hits Rozier and drives him back. That is absolutely beautiful. They lost a half a yard on the play.
And Roseanne is calling timeout. And apparently they're going to go for the first down on 4th down. And why not? At 3-11, 7 of the last 8 they've lost. Why not? They trail 6-0. 4th down on the yard. Tom Roseanne is 5 of 6 for 56 yards and could be throwing here. They've taken that Albright, their lead blocker, to the fullback position, and put in Walter Holman, who's already caught a pass. So we'll see what happens. 4th down. It's not really a gamble for the Maulers. What else is there? Rozier gets the ball. Rozier's got the first down, I think. I'm sure he does. Inside the 34-yard line. George Cooper met him. Number 56. Rozier looked like a slashing runner there. He looked pretty good, even though it was only a short distance.
It's a good call by the Pittsburgh Maulers. 2 things happen. They have only one back that's in the backfield, Rozier, so you know that either it's going to be a quarterback sneak or Rozier with the ball. But what Pittsburgh did, Jim, Roseanne came up to the line of scrimmage and did it on the first sound, which didn't give the defense really that much time to set.
Mike Rozier, first start. What a pressure this man is under. Ellis Rainsberger with a headset on there. He already knows he's lost his job to Hank Bulla, who was the defensive coordinator for Cincinnati and came over from Green Bay even before coaching a season there. And Ellis Rainsberger's got to try to get this losing ball club up. He is an interim coach himself. Joe Penry was fired. Not easy. First down from the 34. Flowers in motion. Oh, look out, look out, look out. That is Dubiago, who is 4 yards downfield. And it's going to be 1st and 15.
Now there's one of the positions we were talking about. Dubiago is normally a tackle playing guard. I mean, that's no excuse for not getting the count. But there's one of the changes that was made by the Pittsburgh Maulers. I don't know what he's talking about. He was 8 yards down the field.
Well, you got to look good, right? William Miller has come into the backfield. Rozier is out. Now here's the man who had 115 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against Washington. And you want to see a burst of speed. This former Canadian Football League rookie, when that first step, he is on his way. Number 22. Let's see what he does on first down and 15 from a 39. Holman joins him in the backfield. That's Miller in motion. They're looking for Miller. And now Rosance has room to run. He's going to throw as a man open. Flowers, first down inside the 20-yard line at the 19. And the Maulers trailing by 6 of a first down deep in Philadelphia territory.
Now here's another case where the offensive line takes the Philadelphia defensive line to the right of your screen to their left. And look at when Rosance comes out. There's nobody there, Jim. Flowers sees him in trouble, comes back, makes the catch, and gets the first down. And that's Jonathan Sutton, who was on the coverage, wasn't even close.
Picking up 20 yards on the play. Flowers makes yet another catch. Ira Albright comes in. Rozier stays out. And William Miller is in.
You're right about William Miller. He can get to a hole as fast as any back I've ever seen.
Here's Miller. Gets down to the 16-yard line and pick up a 3. It is second down and 7 as Buddy Moore made another tackle, number 91.
Along with George Cooper, number 56. But William Miller, that's what you call your basic north-south runner. He's going to get the ball now. He's heading upfield. The hole really is not there, starting to close, but watch what happens. He just puts his head down and goes.
Ball on the 16-yard line, below the 6-minute mark, 5:55 and counting in this quick first half and surprising first half. Philadelphia's supposed to blow them out of here. There's Miller again. The reverse. Flowers this way. Touchdown. With Rosance blocking in front of him. Flowers has got the first down. Flowers is out of bounds inside the 5. First and goal to go the Maulers of Pittsburgh. Gibson ran him out of bounds, but watch this play.
Miller to Flowers, watch it, and everybody from Philadelphia, they're all on the right-hand side of the field. He's got Rosance in front of him. Now the closing.
Look out, Tom. You're about all they got left.
That was Antonio Gibson that hit Rosance, knocked him flying.
Mark the ball inside the 4, the nose of the ball on the 3, and it is first and goal to go. Pittsburgh trying to take the lead. Rozier back in. Mike Rozier with the ball, trying to get near the goal line, and is right down to about the half-foot line, and driven back by Ofer, the nose tackle out of Penn State.
There it is, coming right at you. Ira Albright in the front. Look at that block by Albright. There's Sam Mills making a hit. Bunning is also helping, but you can see how close the ball is.
This Pittsburgh team is a little charged up. Your interview with Hank Fuller, he's going to think it's a pretty good ball club he's watching. They're playing well. Stopped Philadelphia twice, held them for field goals, now trying to get the first touchdown of the game. Rozier will dive, and does he have it? No signal yet. Not yet. It's third down.
Someone came across the top and got Rozier's legs before he had a chance to jump, and I don't know who it is. We're going to see. Now watch his legs stop right here. Oh, it's Lush coming down. Lush gets him at the ankles. He doesn't get over. That ball's got to cross the plane to the goal line. It did not do that. Now remember, he's sticking it across now, but he was already down. That's an excellent play by Lush, the safety.
You'll wonder if Rosance might keep it himself.
Well, yeah, bootleg here.
Rozier tries again. Touchdown. Tie game, and Pittsburgh will now go for the point to go ahead. And that drive, remember, began on the 15-yard line. 85-yard drive.
All right. Ira Albright out in front of Rozier. Albright's not doing anything. Rozier goes up over the top. There's the ball. It has to cross the goal line. Now there he's not there. Now watch where the ball is. Here comes Rozier up over the top. The officials here, no question about it, Rozier has a touchdown.
Eric Schubert, who blew 2 conversion points against Washington last week, will try to add this one, and he does. It is good. And Rozier, believe it or not, has scored his 2nd touchdown only of his pro career. 4:41 to go in the half, 7-6 the Maulers. The kickoff, McCants 1 yard deep in the end zone. McCants across the 20 and is wrestled down at the 21 by number 52, Greg Walls, a reserve linebacker. 7 minutes and 13 seconds we had, and now we see they've changed that to 7 minutes and 22 seconds, and the Maulers drove 85 yards, 16 plays. Rozier from nearby Camden gets his first touchdown in this area since leaving to go away to the University of Nebraska, his 2nd touchdown of his pro career.
No giveaways, no takeaways, no mental errors in this game, Jim, so far.
Ball is at the 21. Kelvin Bryant, David Riley, the setbacks. Kelvin Bryant with the ball and a couple of yards out to the 24-yard line with Doug Holly hanging on. Number 99 and also number 93, Ike Griffin. 2nd down and 7 to go. Clock running. Well, I guarantee you, maybe the Maulers who are staying in our hotel, if we'd stopped them and tapped them on the shoulder, might have told us, but I don't think they would have said that with 3:45 to go first half against a team like Philadelphia, as banged up as they are, it'd be 7-6 Pittsburgh.
You bet they're playing inspired football.
Here's Fusina. As his man Kelvin Bryant, first down near midfield. Big play. Upended by Mickey Sutton.
Fusina took his wide receivers to the outside, and watch how open Kelvin Bryant is. He's just looking at him all the way. Here's Kelvin behind the linebackers, makes the catch. Sutton makes the tackle, but Kelvin Bryant gets the ball to the 49-yard line.
24-yard pickup. Did you see Mr. Doug Holly with someone holding his chest with both hands as he tried to get to Fusina?
Holding is legal if you don't get caught.
First down, Kelvin Bryant. No place to go there. Let's go the other way, and he breaks a tackle. Jerry Holmes runs him down and gets him down. First down at the 39-yard line. 2 big plays by Kelvin Bryant.
Remember, here's a man that just went out for a 24-yard reception downfield. Watch Kelvin Bryant change field. Now he's coming back. He's going to get some help. Well, no, I was going to say Fusina was going to give him some help. He didn't get it. And Jerry Holmes makes the tackle, or Kelvin would have been gone.
First down, clock running down near the 2-minute mark. 7-6 Pittsburgh. Surprise so far. Harvin checks in. Harvin with the football. Harvin breaks a tackle and just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Sutton holding on to him at the 39-yard line.
Ron Crosby was the man, number 54, the linebacker, that almost had Harvin in the backfield.
Now they blow the whistle for the 2-minute break. And for the first 28, a complete surprise. 7-6 the Maulers. It is 2nd down and 10 from a 39-yard line. Kelvin Bryant tonight. Total offense thus far, running and catching the ball, 113 yards. And the Stars, who've won 11 in a row, are looking for a score before this first half ends. They've had 2 long drives stalled. They've settled for field goals, and then Pittsburgh drove 85 yards for a score. 3 wideouts. Bryant, the lone setback. Look out. Fusina is going to go down. 2nd sack of the night. And that is David Graham, number 97.
Yeah. Ike Griffin was in there, Troy Thomas, but I'll tell you something. Give credit to the defensive secondary. Watch Fusina. He doesn't have anyone to throw the football to. Okay, and here they come. David Graham's in there. Ike Griffin's in there.
Remember, Sam Clancy started to play, can't play, 13 sacks on the year. Mike McKibben, their top tackler, is not even in uniform tonight. 3rd down and long, 14 to go from the 43. Fusina pumps once, puts it down here for Riley. He's got the ball. They better get on him. He may get to, nope, not quite to the end zone. First The fullback that Paul talked about that has more passing yardage than running yardage.
David Riley, I'll tell you, he comes out of the backfield, and Jusina gives him the old pump fake, and down the sidelines he goes. But watch what he does after he stumbles. That's Walls, the linebacker. He has enough presence of mind to get back up because he had not been touched yet. He gets the ball almost to the end zone and gets it inside the 1.
42-yard play, first and goal to go from the 1. 2 tight ends for Philadelphia. Riley, the up back. The tailback is Kelvin Bryant. Kelvin Bryant dives. Touchdown! His 10th of the year, and the Stars go back in front.
Doesn't take long, does it?
It sure doesn't. Not when you got all those guns.
Watch Kelvin Bryant, though. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, but watch what he does with his body. He knows he's got to get the ball over. Jumps, hit. Now he comes down and spins the ball into the end zone. Look at that. That's hustle. All right, here's the big side we talk about, Kaminsky and Eden. Kaminsky just buries his player. Eatman drives the defensive lineman off the line of scrimmage, and Kelvin Bryant just twists into the end zone. Continuous effort.
Paul, I think they're going to go for 2.
Why not?
To make it 14-7. Instead of 13. They are going for 2. Riley and Kelvin Bryant, the split backs. Jusina puts the ball into the end zone, and it is broken up. You can't run with it, McAdoo, but good job of breaking it up. And it is 12-7. 59 seconds to go in the first half. Well, Miller, the ball is still alive, now makes it out of the end zone. They'll come out to the 20-yard line, and let's see how they play it. 3 minutes, 47 seconds, 42 yards of those 78 yards with a pass from Jusina to David Riley to the 1-yard line, where Bryant scored his 10th touchdown rushing the ball of the year. It is 12-7. As I said, Paul, let's see how the Maulers play it. They're down on their own 20-yard line. They've held a very good ball club. They're down to 1 timeout. You just kind of run this thing off the clock and escape, or do you go all out again?
Well, I got to think, the one thing that they have to keep in mind is that Philadelphia will get the ball in the second half in the opening kickoff of the second half. So they may want to go, but the big problem is they've already used 2 of their timeouts.
They have 3 wide receivers. But they're going to hand the ball off to Miller, and Miller gets out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Check that, Walter Holman, 32, not 22. Pickup of 6. 2nd and 4. Yeah, they all pointed out, not a turnover tonight.
No, they don't want to make a mistake here. They're just running the football. I don't think they're going to go for it.
This is a moral victory, and who knows, the way they're playing, anything can happen in the ball game. Although Philadelphia has shown its explosiveness. Now running the ball again is Holman. He's got the first down. That'll stop the clock to move the sticks. Now you might want to do something in these last couple of seconds.
You know, isn't it amazing? All right, Holman, they ran that same draw they ran the last time. He walks back and sticks the ball in. But Philadelphia, they are playing the defense where there's Cooper missing the tackle 56, but Holman breaks into the open, picks up some good yardage. They're outside of the 40-yard line. But it doesn't happen all the time, Jim, when you see a team that's just trying to really kind of run the clock out, regroup at halftime, and all of a sudden you break one. Now Pittsburgh took their final timeout. They have no more timeouts, but they are in good field position. 23 seconds to go. You can't really do much.
Tom Roseanne's taking over for Glenn Carano, out with an elbow injury. It's been tough on ex-NFL quarterbacks. Vince Evans has been benched with the Chicago Blitz for Ron Reeves. Doug Williams was operated on today. Brian Sipe has been having a tough time with the Generals. Some are wondering about that arm of his. And then, of course, Carano is hurt. So there are 4 ex-NFL quarterbacks not having a great year at all. On the other hand, Mike Kelly. On the other hand, Steve Young. And don't forget a veteran quarterback who used to be with Tampa Bay by the name of Chuck Jusina, who's on this field tonight. He is doing very well.
And John Reeves is having a good season.
Oh, boy, is he having a good season. Check that game yesterday. What a rehabilitation job John has done on himself. Ball is at the 43-yard line, first down. Holman and Miller are the backs. Let's see what they choose to do here. Remember, after Tom Lees and USFL Stars in action, Hank Bulla, the new coach of the Maulers, is scheduled to be here to talk to Paul for a minute or so. Rosance fires the ball, underthrows it. Holman picks it up. Not a first down. The clock continues to run, and now time has been called by whom? Because we thought they'd used all their timeouts, but they're getting another one. So we were wrong.
Well, there was one timeout down there that they didn't give a signal on, and we just took it for granted. It was Pittsburgh that took the timeout, but it was Philadelphia that did. So that should be their last.
That's reported.
Well, there's a little question mark there. I don't know. Maybe you know, if you have a lot of injuries and you're the underdog, you get 4.
Second down. The ball is at the 48-yard line. In comes Kimachik, a tight end. Rosance is coming back on the field. 13 seconds showing on the clock. It's 12-7 Philadelphia. They went ahead for the second time on the 42-yard pass to Riley to the 1 where Bryant took it in with just 59 seconds left on the clock. There have been 3 long drives tonight, 2 by Philadelphia for field goals and 1 of 7 minutes and 22 seconds by Pittsburgh for a touchdown. And no turnover and very few penalties. Next Monday night, we'll see these same Maulers, and San Antonio will come out of the Great Southwest led by Rick Duheisel. And they've been surprising a lot of people lately. Michigan had to go into overtime to beat them over the weekend and beat them on an intercepted pass. Rosance is 7 of 8 for 81 yards. Ball at the 48-yard line, second down, and 13 seconds to go. Rosance in a group. Holman along the sidelines, puts it up, and has Anderson there, and Anderson's at the 40-yard line, and that's the first down and should stop the clock while they move the sticks. And on comes Schubert, and they're going to try a million-mile field goal. About 57 or 6 yards.
56-yard field gool.
56-yard field goal by Schubert. And I've seen him in practice, and it didn't look like he had that kind of leg, but we'll try it anyway. 56-yard field goal. Flags are down. The kick is good. What's the flag?
I believe there's too many men on the field.
Let's see.
I'll tell you, I think Philadelphia, they have 12 men on the field.
Okay, if that's the case, a 56-yard field goal. I'm saying, does Schubert have the leg? He missed 2 points on conversions last week. It's good.
Philadelphia had 12 men on the field.
Can you believe that? A man that couldn't make 2 points after a touchdown last week comes out, obviously has set a team record as time has run out. And it's 12-10, and the Maulers go with all the momentum and happiness in the world. They only trail by 2. Rainsberger and Moore go to the locker room. And here are your possessions of Pittsburgh. 3 plays punted away, 6 plays punted away. Then finally the 85-yard drive for the touchdown that gave them the lead at 7-6. And then the field goal that drove them to 12-10 of 56 yards, tying the longest field goal of this year in the USFL. Philadelphia stymied twice with long drives. 15 plays on one, 11 on another. Had to settle for field goals. And then the big 42-yard pass to Riley, setting up the 1-yard plunge by Kelvin Bryant. Now they've got the ball inside the 15-yard line using 2 tight ends. Yusina handing to Kelvin Bryant, and Bryant's going to go nowhere at all. David Graham, number 97, leads the way along with Ernest Adams, number 50. And it'll be second down at about 9.
Jim, did I read that graphic right, though? The 3 times that Philadelphia had the ball, they scored?
3 times. But remember, they had the 2 long drives for 3 points. And then the 1 rather short drive made short in time by the catch by Riley of 42 yards. But it is 12-10. Philadelphia, they've got the football. That's Herbert Harris in motion. And Calvin Bryant with the football, and he's hit at the 15. Mickey Sutton, a strong safety, came up and did a good job. You see there David Graham, but Sutton is the man who tripped him up. Watch this.
Jim, we're looking at some conservative play. Philadelphia Stars, they run right. Here comes Calvin Bryant. That's Crosby, 54, just trying to get back into the play. Calvin cuts back in and gets tackled. This is conservative football. Philadelphia, they know how strong their defense is. They depend on it. They've given up 10 points so far.
Sam Clancy's trying it again, Paul. He's in there at left end, number 77. Only played a couple of downs with that bad ankle. 3rd and 7. Center steps around one man, and the catch is not made. Sutton leveled Willie Collier, but Collier had a chance to catch it and did not. It would have been a first down by about a yard. And now Philadelphia will have to kick it away.
Yeah, there was another stunt in the defensive line, and coming through was 93 Ike Griffin. You see the pass there. Sutton was also there, but Fitzke was running down the sidelines. They'll talk about that play because he was wide open.
And now Sean Landetta will kick it away. Harper, fair catch in Philadelphia territory at the 46-yard line. How about that? The Maulers down by 2, surprising everybody in the first half. Went up against the Stars' conservative play on 3 downs and come away with the ball in Philadelphia territory. And only a 30-yard punt. Flowers in motion. Whoop, dropped the football, and Rozier very alertly dives on it. That's a loss on the play. 2nd down and about 12. Moved the ball back to the 48.
Well, Tom Rosance just never gets the ball from center. And watch how alert Rozier is. He sees the ball on the ground, not try to pick it up, just dive on the football. Let's go to 2nd down and 12, not worry about the fumble. And we have not had a fumble, nor have we had an interception in this ball game.
Walter Holman, well, he had an interception. Won't go in the books as such. It was on a 2-point conversion that was no good by McAdoo. Rosance is 8 for 10 for 94 yards. Holman, who is a pass catcher as well as a runner, is in there. Fake to Rozier. Rosance puts the ball long, and it is intended for Flowers. And the man who knocked it away was Mike Lush. Flowers was between 2 men.
He's trying to force the ball, Rosance, and Mike Lush overruns the football. Just take a look at it. It's easy for me to say, look at all the people that are chasing him. But you're going to see Mike Lush. He overruns the ball, and the ball cuts back. Could have had the interception.
Mike knew it. It's 3rd down and 12 to go. Golden opportunity, blunted somewhat by Rosance's fumble on the snap from center. Rozier recovered it, and now they've been in long yardage situations. Albright checks back in. Philadelphia's showing blitz, and they are blitzing. And here comes Flowers. He slips by one man, another man, and Flowers still does not get the first down. Knocked out of bounds by Scott Werner, the former All-American at Georgia, number 25.
And the man that really messed up the play and didn't make the tackle was George Cooper, number 56, the linebacker. He saw the reverse coming all the way. And Rosance, it looks like Pittsburgh, they want to go for it.
Sure, why not?
Nothing to lose. Now they're going to kick the ball away. Here's
Slider.
the chance for the fake, huh, Jim?
Here's the chance. Now remember, a couple of Monday nights ago, Paul and I were in New Jersey. And about the same situation, the ball on the 40, Swider passed to his tight end Rao, who is injured tonight and not in there. Let's see if they try it. He is going to kick, aiming for the sideline. Let's see where it goes. It is out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, just inside the 10-yard line. Philadelphia again has poor field position for the 2nd time in this young second half. Along the sideline, Scott Burris and Tom Rosance were practicing a few snaps there after that snap that Rosance never got when they had the ball at the 46-yard line, first down. Kelvin Bryant's the man, and no place to go. And you can see 93 Ike Griffin down at the bottom. He's the man that did it. And the Maulers are playing outstanding ball.
They're playing outstanding ball because they know when Philadelphia gets into 2 tight end offense, they're going to run with the ball. There's only one back in the backfield. That's that man, Kelvin Bryant. But take a look at what Ike Griffin did to number 70, Brad Oates. Now you're going to see Oates come back into the backfield. There it is right there. That's Ike Griffin knocking everything down.
Oates has had a tough time tonight. Here's Kelvin Bryant again, and Bryant gets some of that yardage back, but it's still going to be 3rd down and 7 or 8. You know, I never like to get a bill, but I love to come to Philadelphia and get a couple of bills. Bill Wendell, our spotter, and Bill Friel, our statistician, have done an outstanding job. It was Bill Wendell who pointed out that Scott Burris and Rosance were practicing those snaps along the sideline. Need all the help we can get.
You bet we do.
Ball is at the 13, 3rd down and 7. Fitzke comes wide to the right. Donovan and Collier wide to the left. Bucina's got Bryant coming out of the backfield. If he wants, oh, he's sacked! The ball is loose! And they say it's in the grass. Clancy's got the ball, but it's 4th down and long. And Bucina really took a pop from Doug Holly. It is Holly who is down, I believe, after the sack, not Bucina.
Watch to the left of Chuck Bucina, and it's Brad Oates' man again. Is that true? Or no, there's Holly. They had a deal on the outside. Just take a look at that hit. It is unbelievable. And down he goes. Now, was he throwing the ball?
I think he went down on his shoulder there, but we don't know. But in any event, Philadelphia will have to kick it away. Miller is now in there, number 22. They had to carry Dave Ofer off the field.
Philadelphia's got a lot of confusion on their defense. They may be going to blitz.
Here's Rosance getting outside. He can run, but he's going to throw. And as Flowers, touchdown! 29-yard play. And that quiets the fans.
All right, the blitz was on. Here comes Sam Mills. He almost gets to Rosance, but look at the cutback block by Miller. He gets Mills, and then you're going to see what happens. Sutton downfield. He loses Flowers. Just take a look at it. Flowers, total concentration on the ball. Touchdown. Beautiful throw. Great catch.
Now Schubert with a 56-yard field goal, tying the longest in the league this year, 2 yards shy of the all-time record. Will try to have the extra point. He missed 2 last week. He has made 2 this week. And Pittsburgh, surprise, is back on top. 17-12, third quarter. Doug Holly, 99, with that shoulder injury, is back in, playing the left side. First down, Kelvin Bryant. Picked up 4 or 5 yards. By the way, it has been so long since Philadelphia has been on offense. You got to reorient yourself of who's in that offensive backfield. That's Kelvin Bryant, who's carried the ball tonight and has passed 1,000-yard mark.
One thing that's surprising, do you know that tonight that neither one of these teams? Oh, here's an injury. Ike Griffin, 93, is limping off the field, and they can't afford Pittsburgh to lose him because he said a sensational thing. They have not thrown to a tight end tonight.
Troy Thomas has moved outside on the right side. Bucina still with the ball. Will run, and look out, Chuck. He may have the first down, and he paid a little price for it, but looks like he's okay. Looking to the sidelines, Mickey Sutton put him down.
Here's the #1 passer in the USFL, Chuck Bucina, but watch the heads-up play. Now, defensive secondary covering very well. Bucina steps up. Now, look at him look at the marker. He knows he could go down or he's going to get hit, but now he's got to get across the 40-yard line, which he does.
He's averaging better than 6 yards a carry on the season. But let's talk about other ball carriers, and we'll do that in a moment. Including Kelvin Bryant. David Riley joins Bryant in the backfield. Scott Fitzke goes in motion. Bucina. Kelvin Bryant's out here, and his man fell, and he doesn't hold on to the ball. Bryant ran into Mickey Sutton, who was there. Sutton was off balance, and Bryant, going after the ball, ran into Sutton.
I don't see why they're booing here, because this is played very well by Sutton. The ball is thrown short. Watch Kelvin try to go over Sutton for the ball. He's turning around, going at the football. It's not pass interference by either man. Here comes the ball. Kelvin's going for the ball. So is Sutton going for the ball. It's a good play both ways.
Added a second down and 10. Fitzke comes to the left. Collier to the right. Bucina hands to Kelvin Bryant. Bryant has one of his better runs of the night and may have another first down at the 50-yard line. Crosby put him down with some help from Mark Harper.
Kelvin Bryant, can you contain him all day long? That's tough duty. He's got well over 100 yards both pass receiving and running, but look at Kelvin Bryant. He's coming down, breaks the tackle, number 54, Ron Crosby, and he does pick up the first down.
17-12 Pittsburgh, 9 minutes to go. Bryant inching up in the race for the league leadership. And there he goes again. Breaks a tackle of Crosby. Finally, he is put down by Freeman. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 to go. But they're beginning to eat up that line now. Remember, Griffin came out. Holly's in there with a bad shoulder. Clancy can't play. The Maulers have been mauled physically all year long. Bryant is going out, and Alan Harvin is coming in.
Griffin is back in.
Second down, long 5, and there goes Riley bouncing off one man. Here comes David Riley. Riley gets inside the 25-yard line. Sutton puts him down, but here come the Stars trailing by 5. They've got a first down at the 21.
David Riley. We say that he's got about 200 yards more in pass receiving. Here goes the right side line. Kavitsky and Irv Eatman. The hole is there. And watch what David Riley keeps his feet moving and breaks back to the outside. Jerry Holmes is going to try to come up and make a block, and he gets clipped right there by Fitzke.
29-yard run, first down at the 21. Harvin is hit in the backfield by Ron Crosby. Back to the 25-yard line. Second down and 14 to go.
Ron Crosby missed a couple of tackles, but watch Ron Crosby now. Goes right over Riley, the fullback, and makes the tackle on Harvin in the backfield for a 3-yard loss.
They mark the ball at the 24. 7:10 left in the game. Philadelphia trailing by 5 in their quest to win their 12th in a row. 3 wide receivers. Usina standing there a long time, and Holmes breaks up the pass. What a play intended for Tom Donovan. Jerry Holmes showed why they loved him in the National Football League and like him in the USFL.
Now here's a time where Chuck Usina has time, but watch Holmes, Jim. You're absolutely right. Look at the coverage. He has a better chance at the ball than Donovan has.
Riley checks in, and Folsom goes out. Now remember, it is 3rd and long in a situation such as this. They went to David Riley on a long pass. Better than 30,000 here tonight looking on. 3rd down, 13. Riley's going out of the backfield. They put it over the middle, though, and the catch is made there shy of the first down by Woody Collier. It's 4th down and about 3 to go.
Now watch the secondary. They're going to bend a little bit now, but here comes Willie Collier underneath. They're bending just enough. Jesse Johnson, number 29, is on him, but they do not give up the first down. It is 4th down. And remember, 2 field goals could give Philadelphia the victory.
A time has been called by the Stars of Philadelphia. 6:35 left. They're down by 5. They've got 4th down and 3. David Trout, with 6 points tonight, is looking to add 3 more to bring Philadelphia within a couple of points of Pittsburgh. And for Trout, individually, he would take over the league lead in scoring. And as Paul pointed out, a couple of field goals, and they're still better than 6.5 minutes to go, and they could win the game. 31-yard field goal attempt by Trout. "31 yards out, lots of foot, and it's accurate. And it is 17-15. 6:32 to go. Pittsburgh still leads, but only by 2. As we pointed out, with his 7th, 8th, 9th points of the night, Trout has gone into the lead over Tony Fritsch of Houston and Anderson of Tampa Bay in scoring. But they are still down, remember, by 2, but also remember there's a lot of time left. 6 minutes, 32 seconds. There's Harper, who's the deep man, not Miller. They need him to run the football. They can't take a chance when they're running back. Harper at the 5. He's across the 20 and does a fair job, and a flag goes down as he gets to the 23-yard line. Put down there by Rodenberger, but a flag went down as Harper went down.
And we have a flip on Skutak, number 58 for Pittsburgh.
Well, you know, I keep saying they're down to 1 back, but remember, Hollis Payton still plays for the Maulers. Hasn't played for them yet, but he is available to play.
Throwing a return. Illegal block comes away from behind. The 55. First down.
That's Corral, is what he calls. You do not call that.
No.
Okay. But any event, the ball is on the 11. This is just what Philadelphia wanted. Hold them down here. Get the ball back. Plenty of time for a winning field goal or touchdown. But they got to hold them first. Miller and Holman naturally the setbacks. Flowers to the right. Anderson to the left. Rosance gets it out here to his tight end Kimachik, and Kimachik is knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line. It'll be second down and short. Clock stops. 6:17 left.
First pass play this evening to a tight end. And it was complete.
Second down and about 3 to go for the first down. You know the teams that have clinched playoff berths, at least. They are Philadelphia, playing here, New Jersey, Birmingham, Tampa Bay, and Houston. Nobody's won a division yet, but they've all clinched. Miller, oh, what a play. What a play made by Jonathan Sutton, the left cornerback. A lot of experience in the Canadian Football League.
Watch Jonathan Sutton fill. Now you're going to see Miller going to change direction because there's no blocking really up front. And all of a sudden, Jonathan Sutton right there just comes up, sticks his head in, knocks Miller down. It'll be third and about 3.
If he hadn't done that, they might have called a clip or a legal block on Jackie Flowers, who's trying to knock Sutton down. Third down and a couple of yards. Clock is running with 5:40 left. Pittsburgh leads by 2. Roseanne blitzes on, dumps it out to Miller, who drops the ball. William Miller dropped the ball at the 15-yard line.
Jim, and he had a blocker out in front of him, Don Corbin, right out in front of him. Take a look. You'll see 69. Look at Corbin. He's right there. They definitely would have had the first down, but Miller just drops the football. There comes Sam Mills in.
I think he knew he had the first down, and that's what happened. Just dumbfounded, but they're the things that have happened and played right into the hands of the Stars. First of all, an illegal block. Then with a chance for a first down, Miller drops the ball. Garcia Lane now is going to get the ball back for Philadelphia. Swider to kick the ball, standing inside his own 5. Needs a good kick, doesn't get especially good kick. No fair catch called for by Lane. Couple people miss him, and there he goes. Look out for Garcia Lane. They overran him, and now he runs the ball inside the 10.
Garcia Lane, first of all, you wonder, looking up here, is going to catch the ball. Because there's Dearden, number 89, almost made the tackle. But once Garcia Lane gets into the play, watch him go. Watch Swider. Here's the punter. He's going to take the fake. Garcia Lane goes by him, and number 50, Adams, finally knocks him out of bounds. I know the sick feeling of a punter. All of a sudden, Swider's going to be down here. Here's Garcia Lane getting through traffic. And once he gets through the traffic, Swider says, wait, I can't catch him. I need some help.
First down from the 9-yard line. Harris in motion. Calvin Bryant with the football. Bryant inside the 5 with Troy Thomas hanging on. Now it could be, and of course you take a score anytime you can get it. Philadelphia may get this score quicker than what they want. There's going to be a lot of time left, and they will not be more than a touchdown ahead of Pittsburgh, which would have a final shot. But everything has gone right for Philadelphia. A penalty on a legal block. Miller dropped the ball. They overran Garcia Lane on the punt return, and here are the Stars looking to go ahead for the first time since the first half. A 39-yard kick, but a 49-yard return. Minus 10 on the punt.
They go right again.
There goes Kelvin Bryant. Got blockers out in front, and you can see he's pulled down. Ernest Adams led the way, along with Mickey Sutton. And that's actually a loss on the play. And now it is third down.
Now Riley out in front of him gets a great block on Harper right there. But just take a look at the close. There's Adams and there's Sutton. Good defense, good hustle.
Clock running, coming down to the 4-minute mark. You don't think the Stars aren't excited? They're supposed to run away with this game. They're fighting for their lives, looking to go ahead.
They got 12 men on the field.
Who does? There's the ball caught in the end zone by Collier. Flag is down.
Pittsburgh didn't get their people off the field, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. I'm going to set 12 men, Jim. I'm sorry, but it was in the play. But they never got Ike Griffin off. It's a touchdown. They'll take that.
5-yard touchdown pass. Usina to Collier. All set up by Garcia Lane.
All right, quick drop, and just take a look at the blocking. Now Chuck Usina has all day. And look at Willie Collier. The stretch, he's there. Touchdown. Just beautiful throw and a nice catch. But again, the offensive line giving him the time.
They got to go for 2 because it doesn't make any difference whether or not they make it. It would be 23-17, 6 points. And a field goal wouldn't beat them anyway, so why not go for the 2 and add a couple more on there? They tried it once before, did not get it. Here's Usina back for the 2-pointer. Throws and has his man in the end zone. Clear. Flag is down as Collier makes the catch. Now they're picking up the flag and everybody's going off the field. So let's just check that. 21-17. 3:50 left and Pittsburgh gets the ball back. There are the timeouts remaining, and let me correct myself on the score. After Collier not only caught the touchdown pass but that 2-point conversion, it is 23-17. And remember that there was a flag on the play. It was holding on the Maulers, and of course it was refused. Harper filling in for Miller, since Miller is one of the 2 remaining backs, is the deep man. And now they're going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line, tacking the penalty on after the extra points are good. Johnson was the man holding. 3:50 to go. Pittsburgh has been in this thing all the way and have to come back again. Philadelphia's come back again. Now it's up to the Maulers. And it's up to that Philadelphia defense. What a kick. Don't bring that out, Mark. It goes out of the end zone. They'll start at the 20.
Again, I know I'm right this time. Pittsburgh's already used 2 of their timeouts in the second half. They have 1 left, and that's something that may haunt them.
Here's Rosance, who has thrown a touchdown pass tonight to Flowers of 29 yards. Rozier, out injured, scored the other touchdown at the end of an 85-yard drive. And Schubert kicked a 56-yard field goal. Johnny Durden is in. They've taken out the tight end. Jackie Flowers is in. Craig Anderson, 3 wide receivers. Blitz is on. Roseanne steps up among the blitzers and throws the ball to Flowers, who makes a turn back downfield, lost the football, and it's recovered by Philadelphia. Flowers tried to make something out of that, went back downfield, curled back, lost the football. First turnover of the night. And Sutton picked it up. Flowers has had a good night.
Jackie Flowers. Rosance gets out of the full-scale rush. Watch Flowers. He'll get to the open area. Everything is doing it right. And here it comes. Jackie Flowers got the ball in the inside. Who pulls it out? Number 23, Antonio Gibson.
And Sutton got on.
A mistake. Finally a mistake in the game.
And this is what has been happening in the Maulers late in the ball games. First down, 31-yard line. Philadelphia can just run time off the clock now. Here's Kelvin Bryant taking some time off. He is tackled by Adams, the middle linebacker, with some help from Holly. And the clock continues to run. And before the next play gets off, we will have less than 3 minutes left. 23-17. Can you believe that we've played almost 57 minutes before a turnover occurred?
And that's, you know, one of the things that kept Pittsburgh, besides good defense, they were playing excellent defense. Offense is moving the football. They ran time off the clock. And the thing that kills you, and it has to come with 3 minutes to go in the game where you make the mistake.
penalty for a couple of yards, and they do not have to get another play off before the 2-minute mark. Jackie Flowers has had an outstanding night, trying to make something big happen, curling back, but over to hurt him badly was Antonio Gibson, who simply stripped him of the ball, allowing Sutton to jump on it and recover it.
And he's sitting there, Jim. That's his choice. He didn't want anybody to talk to him. He knows that he fumbled the football. He made the mistake.
But he's won some football games for them, and it's probably their most exciting player they've got. They let it run down to 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go, still 23-17, the Stars. The better than 30,000 in Veterans Stadium tonight did not expect this kind of ball game, and I would venture to say that most of you viewing this game did not expect this kind of ball game. Pittsburgh has battled them tough, hoping now for a turnover by the Stars to get them one more shot. They've got 2 minutes to go. Stars lead by 6. They've got the ball, 3rd down and 5. A field goal would really hurt the chances of the Maulers, because it put them down by 9. Here's Fusina. And there's his receiver, who does not get it, and that is Steve Folsom, who came into the game as the leading pass catcher, and that was his first chance tonight. And now it's 4th down. Now here's where Trout, who already has 6 points tonight.
Trout's got 3 field goals tonight.
That's right, 9 points tonight. Beg your pardon. I had the 6 upside down. We'll try to make it 12 points for the night. This will be a 43-yarder and virtually put it out of the reach should he make it. Big play. Yards out. No! Pittsburgh gets a chance with 1:51 to go. Trout misses.
Trout, the kicker's the first one that will tell you. Take a look at the kicker. What's he do? No. You don't have to wait for the official. All you have to do is look at him. He knows he missed it.
Well, I wonder if Jackie Flowers thought he would have another opportunity, and that his big mistake of having the ball stripped did not at least pay off in points. Took some time off the clock, but did not give Philadelphia any more points.
Let us repeat. The Pittsburgh Maulers, they only have 1 timeout remaining. They've got 1:51. They have plenty of time to move the ball down the field. Just don't get greedy.
And they're starting on the 26-yard line. 1:51 left. Roseanne throws it out here for Flowers, and he throws that away in double coverage. Flag down, and they may have roughed up Roseanne. They did. That'll be 15 yards and give them outstanding field position. There's a mistake by the Stars.
That's right. I'm saying you get the last 3 minutes of the game in a close football game, you start making mistakes that cost your team.
Bill Parkinson will mark off the big 15, takes the ball outside the 40. That's a lot of room to operate.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 67. A blow to the head.
That's Kugler, the nose tackle.
Blow in the head. That's Riseborough there. Now just take a look at Kugler. Where does Kugler hit him in the head? I think they were calling it on Roseboro.
6th penalty against the Stars tonight, 75 yards. 3 wideouts, only 1 setback. This time they give it to Holman, and Holman gets down to about the 49-yard line. But remember, they can't stop the clock. If they do, it'll cost them a timeout, but if they get a first down, that will stop the clock long enough to move the sticks.
That play there, that draw, remember at the end of the first half, it worked so very well for him. That play works well.
1:20 left and counting. Roseanne puts it underneath, and unable to hold on to the ball is Holman. It's 3rd down. That stops the clock with 1:13 left. 23-17, the Stars looking to win their 12th in a row, to walk out of here with a record of 14-1. And it's been tough and may not happen.
That it has been.
know we owe you a minute MVP. We've got one if Philadelphia should win. We'll have to change our minds if Pittsburgh comes back to win. That's Anderson in motion this time. Rosan's got him open and overthrows Flowers, and it is almost picked off by Sutton.
And Rosan's knew it when he threw it. The ball slipped out of his hands. The ball was way high, and it was a wobbly pass, and he had Jackie Flowers wide open and would have put him about the 23 or 24 yard line.
And as it is 4th down and 3 to go. Have to get the 3 here or the game belongs to the Stars, who lead by 6.
That double up on Flowers.
Durden and Anderson go left. Flowers is over here to the right, and they are going to double it. They're looking for Flowers. He is there and has the first down, stopping the clock inside the 40. They doubled him. They knew they were going to him, and they still got the ball to him with 1:03 to go.
They had Sutton and Warner both on him. I think they had Sutton was short and Warner was deep, but just take a look at it. Now, there's, is that Warner deep? It's Warner short, Sutton deep. Okay, 25-26, Jackie Flowers for the first down. There's a minute and 3.
Right, a field goal does them no good. They got to go all the way. Blitz is on. Rosance gets the ball away for Durden, and it's caught by the short man Anderson. First and goal to go. That'll stop the clock while they move the sticks. First and goal to go.
Tom Rosance could not have put this ball in a better spot for Anderson. Just take a look at where he flicks this ball. He sees Anderson going. He also had Durden down there, but just take a look at it. Perfect pass, covering Antonio Gibson. Forget that. Puts it right on the money. Tom Rosance, you couldn't have put the ball any better. Watch him. He's sitting there and he's looking all over the field. Great throw.
32-yard pickup.
Watch him. That's right. You're down there at the 6-yard line.
Well, that is Anderson is hurt, so they sent James Taylor, the rookie out of Central Florida, on, and they've got to call time. 43 seconds to go. And you know what I'm thinking? Should they score to tie it? Should they score to tie it? Remember, Schubert is a 56-yarder tonight. Missed 2 points after touchdown just last week against Washington. And it might be much more of a pressure than the field goal at the end of the first half. So they've called time. Anderson is out. 43 seconds left. One of the best games we've had on Monday or Saturday night on the USFL. And this team in your picture there came in almost 3 touchdown underdogs to the Stars, who have won 12 in a row. Now, to get a division title, if you need a tiebreaker, first of all, you go head-to-head. Then you go to your record in division. If you're looking for wild card berth, you go head-to-head, and then you look at your record in the conference. And with that in mind, taking a look at the Eastern Conference, Philadelphia, Birmingham, and Tampa Bay are all in. Then you start looking at those numbers for New Jersey and the outside chance of New Orleans. Philadelphia's got to go play Denver Friday night. This is Monday night. The longest road trip. Then they get Washington and New Jersey, the only team to beat them. But this ball game is up for grabs. Rosance is 14 of 22, 195 yards, 1 touchdown of 29 yards to Flowers. 43 seconds left. First down from the 6.
And you have to throw every down. You have no more timeouts. There's no way to get a first down because they are at almost the 6-yard line, 6.5-yard line. So
Anderson has come back in. Pardon me, Paul. Durden and Anderson left. Flowers to the right. Rosance pumping, throwing for Flowers off his hands at the goal line. Second down, 38 seconds left.
He ran Jonathan Sutton off. It was so beautiful what Flowers did to him. There's not that much room down here. You've got to remember that Flowers only working with 16 yards, or 6 yards and in the end zone. But watch, he is wide open. That ball is zinged. It was right off his hands. Sutton is down in number 26, but that would have been a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you who the men and MVPs will be. Either Fusina or Rosance.
I'll agree with that.
It's going to depend on who won. Rosance brings him back, he gets it. Otherwise, it's Fusina who led the Stars to the win. Up short, flag is down. Flag is down, ball is loose. But a flag went down before all of this. They called it a fumble. And looks like Kugler is on it, but what is that flag? Offensive or defensive interference?
I think it's defense. No, wait a minute. Philadelphia's saying that's okay. Offensive pass interference.
Offensive interference. They decline it. Philadelphia's got the ball. 31 seconds to go. The crowd goes wild. And Rosance is really upset. And no wonder.
All right, Tom Rosance is upset. There's Maggs blocking on the outside. I don't see where the offensive pass interference is, Jim, unless it happened before. Because Durden was on the ground, he didn't hit anybody.
Anderson was beyond him, and I didn't see it. I wonder if we can take a look at the replay again, and maybe we can see Anderson over there somewhere. I didn't see him. I was watching Durden.
The question is, who did he call it on?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we can see Anderson.
All right, there's the fumble and the recovery by Kugler.
Yeah. Well, in any event, this ball game belongs to Philadelphia. They've just got to put the knee on the ground, barring a fumble of some kind. They won't have to get another one. So our most valuable player, the men and MVP, is Chuck Fusina. Fusina had a great night and leading his club 14 of 24, 236 yards and a couple of touchdowns. He also ran very well for first downs. They will count this down, and we will count this as one of the best ball games we've seen all year. Philadelphia favored by nearly 3 touchdowns. Look, they've got to shake hands with each other after this. It's all over. Philadelphia's won 12 in a row. Pittsburgh has lost its 12th, but we look forward to seeing them next Monday night. Here it is again.
Jim, here's the replay now. You're right that Anderson was to the outside. Now, I don't know where. I don't see anybody touching anyone.
Nope, Anderson wasn't touching anybody.
And Durden was on the ground, so he couldn't have been touching anybody. But the flag happened as soon as the ball was caught. I'd really like to know who they called the offensive pass interference.
Well, I'm sure the Pittsburgh Maulers would too, but Jim Moore will take it. Won his 12th in a row.
All right, here it is. Now, the offensive pass interference, there's not a pick there. Anderson's not picking anyone. Durden is on the ground coming up with the ball.
Only thing I can tell is it had to be somebody else. Then an MVP, $1,000 to the college university of the choice of Chuck Fusina, a graduate of Penn State. I am Jim Simpson with Paul McGuire. The final touchdown on a pass to Collier, and they win this game 23-17. Jim Simpson, Paul McGuire. Good night from Philadelphia.